My sister hasn't left her room for 2 months. After I opened her door I found out why. I hate talking about it with people. It annoys me how my sister acts. She was the worst sister I could ever ask for. That is, until I opened her door. Throughout both of our childhoods we were inseparable. We played and hung out together all the time. Things were happy. It all changed when I was 11, when I was diagnosed with leukemia. From what I've heard, Rachel was practically forgotten by my family. My parents constantly visited me in the hospital, staying by my side during the majority of my chemotherapy. Even when they were at home with Rachel, they still only thought and talked about me. Sister's face as she saw me in the hospital bed. The first time she saw me she looked distraught. It must have been hard seeing your own sibling in a state like this. As more and more visits went on, the expression on her face had changed. Her face looked hard to read, almost like she had something on her mind. I didn't think much of it at the time. Thankfully, I quickly went into remission and have been cancer-free for around 5 years. The whole family was thrilled, including Rachel. Not long after I was released from the hospital, my parents revealed to us that they were having some financial trouble and would both be having to go back to work. I was 11. My sister was 13, so they trusted us to be home alone. I'll never forget Rachel's face when they told us. She looked absolutely crushed. It was from then on that our relationship seemed to change. Rachel became distant and withdrawn. She was quicker to anger and didn't seem to want to be around me. At the time, I figured it was part of her becoming a teenager. While this behavior continued for the next 5 years, it was only around 3 months ago when her behavior began to get stranger. It started after she finished her senior year of high school. One summer break began, she started spending much more time in her room. Her bedroom is on the basement floor of the house, so she always has her privacy. Not long after school ended, I began to notice some odd signs. I remember sitting on the couch watching television. Rachel wasn't home, and my parents were out working. When Rachel came home, she was carrying some sort of container. I couldn't tell what was inside, since it was covered by a white sheet. I asked her what it was, but she told me loud and clear that it was none of my business. You can now hit the like button and comment sister for part 2.